Views expressed here are not supported by and do not reflect those of the Evening Rush Network. Viewers' discretion is advised.
Let me explain to you the reason why I am the way I am inside your tainted views, my failures and my victories. Situations that I learned can trigger me. Decisions that I've regretted instantly. Ways that I've grown and how I move differently. Listen close if you're into me. I'm guarded, I'm open, I'm struggling. Making the adjustments to this new dating world that's...
Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to another podcasting episode of the Rellz Relaxation Hour. I am your host, Rellz, and those are my co-hosts, Blacko and Mac, who is currently not in the picture, but he will be in a second. Blacko, what's going on, man?
Chilling, my brother. How you doing, man? What's going on with you?
Chilling, man. I see Mac went and did a Clark Kent real quick. I dig it.
Told you.
Oh, Blacko, I like your shirt, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
What did it say? How to what? How to pick up chicks?
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I'm married.
It's an old shirt. It's an
I'm
old
right
shirt.
there with
Look at it. Look. That's what it is.
Step one looks like it's saying "give her away," don't it? What's going on, though, yo? How was y'all weekend?
What's good?
Oh, I see. He getting high off his own supply.
You see that, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not a good look right there, man. You gotta admit you already. What you doing?
Yo, this is that protein. Fresh out the gym. Like literally.
Yeah.
Fresh out the gym. You could probably
That's a drug addict say. That's they say.
The first step is to admitting you have a problem.
I'm addicted to the gym. Hands down.
That's the ego right there. It's the ego problem right there, man.
Right into what we talking about today. See, that's why you starting already.
I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm addicted.
Nah, you my role model. I'm looking up to you. You working hard, man. I'm looking up. You my role model.
I'm trying to inspire millions and millions and millions and millions of the Mac fans.
But that's what you call them? They're like Macamaniacs?
Nah, they're the Mac fans.
Oh, the Mac fans? All right.
They're the Mac muffins.
Yeah, stick to Mac fans, B.
Yeah, definitely.
Stick to Mac fans, man.
I was with you into that whole. I was with you. I really was.
Yo, you got
to That's just like a McDonald's dish, man.
Without the sauce, pause.
You got to keep it saucy though.
Chill. My dry sandwich thing has taken off, man. It's a phenomenon.
See, we're not gonna start this again, man. We're not gonna start this again. We had this problem yesterday. We're not gonna do this.
Nah, look.
We're not talking about your jail sandwiches, man.
Listen, I may have inspired millions now. See how he's inspired, man.
Yo, I'm gonna keep it 100 though. Them booking sandwiches be the shit.
Yeah, the Rellz eat them shits. Rellz survive a week in the bookings just by
he's just mad. Just mad because I eat sandwiches with no dressing on it. What's wrong with that?
How'd you do that though?
Just meat and cheese in a sandwich.
That's like you going to Popeye and getting a fucking biscuit, no water.
Nah, see? I can't. I gotta disagree with you on that.
What kind of bread you eat?
What if I go to Subways?
No, in general, we make a sandwich in the house. Kind of bread.
We bread. I don't eat anything. The crazy thing is like once I started eating wheat bread, I can't eat regular bread anymore. It's almost like it's too sugary. You could taste the sugar in it.
Yeah, honey wheat is the shit. I love honey wheat bread. Honey wheat bread is the shit. Like,
why you don't try rye?
I've had it. I'm not a big fan of it.
Yeah, I've never been a big fan of rye.
Rye my shit. I love rye.
If I go to Subways, I'll get like flatbread.
Why?
I don't know. I like flatbread from Subways better than I actually like their wheat bread.
Nah, they honey oat shit's the shit.
Honey oat is shit. See, me and Black on the same page.
Yeah, both got the same color shirt on too. I see y'all.
I had that shit by accident.
Right now.
He got the red. I had this shirt for 10 years red.
So it's like it's like orange now.
It looks salmon.
Yeah. No, it's still red, but it's just not red like that. It's not red like that and shit. So he got the fresh red.
Well, how was y'all weekend though? What y'all do? I like that. He got me on this shirt. I dig it. I looked like that at one point. Maybe.
Look at the ball head. That's Mac.
Right. Right. Okay. See, this ain't your show. Put your arms back down, man.
I'm gonna have to bring Bane back, man. I'm gonna have to bring Bane back, man. I gotta have me bring Bane back, man. That's
he gonna be in the gym lifting weights with a mask on. That's his Bane.
That's it.
Listen, Blacko, whenever you ready to come to the dungeon to get this work, come to the dungeon to get the work.
I don't care to lift weights, though. I'm a cardio guy. Believe it or not, I don't care to lift weights.
I don't know why.
I just have a natural.
Nah, he does. He does. He's one of those that he'll be on the treadmill for about 20 minutes.
Oh, longer. It depends how I feel.
Yeah, but 20 minutes. I mean, like he'll run. It won't be light jogging. He'll like literally run.
Well, that's what's up right there. I'm a bodybuilder. I don't run.
It's been a long time. I'm not gonna hold you. You might get a minute and a half out of me running right now. You know, COVID fucked me up, man. That whole mask shit. You know, so
COVID messed up a lot of things, man.
Yo, I'm keeping 100 with you. I wonder what shit would have been like if I would actually been able to go back to the gym when they allowed me to go back to the gym.
Oh, you probably would have been it probably would have been a lot better for you. I probably would have been in better shape.
I had my transplant February 3rd, 2020.
Yeah.
The country shut down March 14th.
You was in recovery for a minute though, right?
They told me 3 months before I could go back to the gym. So when 3 months was up, like they told me like 30 days after I could start walking, and I started walking like mad, like putting in miles.
That no gym thing was killing you though, wasn't it?
Listen, I live in the gym. That's my second home.
That's your mistress, right?
Pretty much.
I'm gonna get
this. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Nah, the health is wealth, right?
That's what they say. And the longer I'm here for my wife and my kids, my grandkids.
That is a fact, man. That is a fact.
We terrorize them. My wife hitting the head with a pillow.
Like, she hit you with a chair right now behind your back.
My wife be busting my ass. I'm not even gonna hold y'all up. My wife busts my ass.
See, that's real. That's a real man till you admit that you get beat. I appreciate you admitting that. That goes up. That shows your maturity. How old are you guys? You know, you growing up, man. You growing up. I guess that's going to segue right into the topic today, which is egos and relationships. So, so let me tell you something. Let me ask you a question. I'm gonna ask you, Mac, first, because you actually the married. Because you're the married one. You're the one with the most experience. I got it. Huh?
I'm a rookie.
Hey, I mean, it's a learning process every day, isn't it?
Everything in life, not just marriage. When you get up and you walk out the house, you're learning something new.
All right, let me ask you.
Learn something new, you failing.
That is true. Let me ask you a question. When did you realize that you had to put your pride aside for the better of your relationship?
At what point? When she almost walked away. When she did walk away. I thought I was the man, and it was like, yo, you know what? You could be the man, but you sit your ass on the corner by yourself. Lose these kids and everything.
It's one of those. That's one of those. Like,
together?
10 years. 10 years in 15 days.
All right.
That's a lot of 10 years. That's a lot of ups and that's a lot of arguments. I can imagine a lot of just a lot of egos. Because if you think about it too, like there's a lot of things when you in a relationship, you kind of feel the need to actually like sometimes you feel like you're a little bit more macho than you need to be. I think for me, like I think the older I got, the more I realized like all of that being macho, all of that thinking you tough in a relationship, like at the end of the day, you don't want to end up by yourself, like you said.
You
realize
never be tough to your girl at all, though. I mean, but the thing is, in most relationships, and I don't think it's so much about being tough; it's more so about thinking you know more. In my wife and our case, we both come from Brooklyn, but we toted both two different sides of the track. So the things I did, you know, she was pretty much sheltered from. So, you know, if she seen certain things, if she noticed something, and I look at her like, yo, you fucking kidding me? Like, you from Brooklyn? Not real, you know, not taking into account that we was raised completely different. You know, she's my yin to my yang, you know, so
Oh, I always say the same about mine. I say the exact same thing. I'm thinking I'm the yin to her yang.
You know, but at the end of the day, you know, she makes sure, you know, she slowed down a lot of stuff with me, you know, circuit wise, you know, street wise, just mentally. It was like I had to take into account what I was doing day by day. I'll be honest with you, she is the reason I'm alive today.
Yeah, that's a
You know,
blessing, man.
a lot of people don't understand, you know, it was many years ago, you know, and Dawn is what's up, Dawn? Dawn
John, what
knows.
up?
And I'm sure you know some. Yeah, I might have heard the story, but I didn't want to get on dialysis and I didn't want to transplant. And you know, she went so hard with me, you know, getting dialysis and doing the transplant. You know, she was, you know, and all she kept saying to me was like, it's like, you know, don't think about me, you know, think about the kids. You know, it's not about me, it's about the kids. But it was like, you know, you love me, you know, you love me, you love these kids. You know, we need you here. And you know, pretty much, you know, when I went to the hospital, it was pretty much out of my fucking hand anyway. Like, you know, I got deboed, and here I am, you know, got a kidney going on 2 years.
And you feel look, and you're a better person for it.
Yeah, you know, and I'll be honest with you, you know, it took a lot. Yeah, you're right, Don. A lot. Everybody fought tooth and nail. You know, it was like when I, you know, and I
You get the dialysis. Why
and
didn't you transplant?
yeah, I was a dialysis technician for 15 years, so I knew the ins and outs. You know, I was not only a technician, but I was trained. Anybody that wanted to work in dialysis that came on with our company, I trained. I worked in New York, California, Texas, Arizona, Virginia, Pennsylvania, Connecticut. I've been all over, pretty much training people to do dialysis and doing dialysis. And then when I got sick, it was like I got sick out the blue because I was training to be a bodybuilder at the time. You know, and you know, when I went to the doctor, you know, it's funny, I caught a hernia, you know, trying to show off. And you know, when the doctor called me in, he's like, you know, you got polycystic kidney disease. And here it is. I'm sitting back like, motherfucker, do you see what I look like? I'm a goddamn specimen. You know, and I couldn't see myself being sick. You know, here it is, you know, I'm 5'7" at the time, 185, 190 pounds, you know, 8% body fat, looking like a chiseled granite. And here it is, I'm getting ready to get on the stage, you know, going to go for my pro card. And that shit got taken from underneath me. You know, so
that's just crazy.
So everything was just life altering. So it was more so like life altering, but it was more scary for you than anything.
no, I wasn't scared at all. I'll be honest with you. I wasn't scared. It was just I was more frustrated and more mad. Like, yo, you know, I was more so at like he do look like
I'm laughing. That's laughing.
You look like your story boring. He dozing off.
Trust me, I'm wide awake.
It felt like, you know, like I couldn't understand how, you know, I was taking care of my body to the utmost of my ability, and my body was betraying me. Couldn't understand that. You know, shout out to my wife, you know, because you know she stuck a fork in me and made sure that I stayed alive. So, you know, and I'll be honest with you, you know, she stood by me at my worst, you know. So when as I'm getting to my best, you know, she deserves all the rewards from everything that I'm obtaining.
See, that's real shit. You can't even explain it any better than that. The ones that stand by you when you at your worst deserves everything when you at your best. That's how I see
it. That's facts.
That's why it's nothing. If anything she asks me for and my power, she get. I don't care what it is. If it costs me down to my last dollar, she want it, it's hers.
See, I learned. See, you learning. You learning. I'm proud of you, man. You growing up. Yo, I think one of the biggest things for me in a relationship or learning to put my ego to the side was it was more of a being in my relationship and going places and checking in. For me, I wasn't used to that. So it was always like, why do you want me to check in? You're just trying to figure out where I'm at? Like, now it's more of a, okay, I'm gonna let you know I'm over here, man. I'm here, or I'm home, or whatever the case may be. But before then, it was almost like, why do you feel the need to really know where I'm at all times? Like, for what? Like, why? What do you like? Do you not trust me? You know, it's things like that. You know, as you get older, you kind of realize it's just pretty much them just wanting to know where you at, just in case. You just never know.
Yeah, it's not. It's more so about your safety and accountability. You know, my wife when we first started. my wife always wanted to watch. She always watched news. Like everything with her was the news. So she always thought with the worst case scenario. So if something popped off, and I earned the name Mr. Grind because I was always somewhere. With me always being somewhere, it was like, things is always popping off, and he's everywhere. So I need to know he's not where whatever's going on is going on. So and it's still, I still like I go to work now and I text him like, yo, I'm at work.
I mean, I do the same thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, but before then, when I first got with it was almost like, why? Like, why do you want to know? Like, I would never. I don't think I've ever said it out loud. Maybe I have. I don't know. But in my mind, I used to just be like, yo, why? Not because I don't remember. It's been so long. But now I used to just be like, 6 years.
That's what it is.
That's what I'm saying. So at the beginning, it was more like, yo, why? Like, why does she want to know? See, she's more concerned with safety.
Safety car accidents happen every second of the day, robberies, etc. Marty, you know what he do? Like he about to get robbed. You gonna take the hat off his head, take the little bracelet off his arm.
I mean, they could try it.
There we took the hubcaps.
Wait, hold on. Before you answer that, Blacko, Dawn asked at what age do we put our egos to the side? You stupid. You an asshole. That's not funny, man. Whatever. Dawn asked at what age do we put our ego to the side? I'm be honest with you. I think you put your ego to the side when you find that one. I don't really. Yes. You don't think so?
Nah, I think it has to do with finding yourself, because the more mature you get, and you figure out life, you start to realize things you want and you don't want in your life. I'm one of the particular ones where I'm overdrop. I don't want nonsense and bullshit in my life. I've come too far. And I don't want it, and I could have been 25 when I found that out. I could have been 40 when I found it out. But, some people find it out sooner than others. Some people find it out later than others. There's memes that go out where there's an old dude in a wheelchair who finally says, I'm finally ready to settle down. It's always, when I told my wife a long time ago, even though when I was fucking up, I said to my wife, I said to her, yo, no matter what the bullshit I'm doing, yo, you going to be the one. You're going to be the one I put the ring on. So I knew she was going to be the one because, she is probably, the greatest woman in my life, ever come into my life. She held so much shit down. She done tolerated so much bullshit from me. I think that's why she abuses me now.
I understand how you feel, brother.
Question, though.
I understand how you feel.
The question of what age we stop, like Twin said, it's really no age. You're gonna find, like Twin just said, you gotta find yourself, because some might find it early in life. You have people that have high school sweethearts and all that. They found it early, like, yo, pull that shit to the side. Like, we all know somebody that had a high school sweetheart, like your boy yesterday, college sweetheart. That means they found when to put the ego to the side, but the ego always gonna be there. Because remember, arguments come with ego, regardless of what it is. Like, as far as the checking in shit, yo, why I gotta check in for? Why I gotta do this? Why I do that? Or apologies. Some people don't want to apologize.
Yeah, that's
a
hard
thing.
Definitely, person don't apologize.
That's definitely hard. A lot of people do not like apologizing at all. I was one of them that didn't like to apologize.
I'm one of those that I don't mind apologizing, although sometimes she may think my apologies are bullshit.
I think I over apologize.
Yeah, but then I think when you over apologize, I think that's when they think that you're being sarcastic with it.
Not like I know like, for example, like I'm at a point now where I don't want to argue and I don't want I don't want the bullshit. So even if I'm not wrong, yo, my bad. I shouldn't even did that. I shouldn't even said that. I should have just kept it to myself.
Nah, fuck that. If I'm not wrong, I'm arguing.
Nope.
I'm sorry. Because I feel like it ain't too many times where I'm right. So when I am right, I'm gonna fight that one to the death.
Yo, keep it 100. I'm always right. When I wake up out the bed, I'm right.
But not think about it though.
I'm always right. I'm lying. I'm bullshitting. I ain't always right.
Even arguing,
I was waiting for you to look up.
Arguing is definitely a waste of time. Like, you get real talk. Arguing is part of ego, because you could, like you said, you could be right. They might feel you wrong. It's a double-edged sword. You could be right. She could feel you wrong. She could be right. You could feel she's wrong. It's just the ego's not trying to listen to neither one of y'all. Like, honestly, like,
no, go ahead.
Like, at the end of the day, it's like, if both parties shut up and listen, you could determine who's right, who's wrong, or come to a common ground. Like, yo, all right, this ain't getting nowhere. Let's just call it this. There's no means to this end right now. We argue, we keep going. We're gonna have an attitude with each other. Then what? Then what we gonna do? You ain't gonna talk to me for a couple hours. I'm not gonna talk to you for a couple hours. You might in your mind say fuck me. I might in my mind say fuck you, and that's it. Now we mad. Now our egos is letting us be mad for no reason. So at the end of the day, it's like, all right, now it's like you get to age, like some like me, I don't like to argue for shit. Unless I'm pushed there. If I'm pushed,
I don't even like to argue even when I'm pushed.
What makes you get pushed there?
Who, me?
Yeah. And I'm talking about just in general. What makes
me get pushed there? And not in general, like it's just like, how can I say? Damn, it depends on the situation. It really does. And like if it's relationship wise and arguing, it might be something that really got me there. But you know what? I'm speaking my shit. Fuck that. But if it's on some outside street shit, anybody who knows me, I don't like arguing. So if I'm like, yo, just chill, like leave it alone, and you keep going, it's gonna go for two stages. We're gonna argue, then it's gonna go from wherever it's gonna go. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's not even just the ego talking. That's just the, how can you saying, the me tired of, like you said, the tired of the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that goes.
Don, you said sometimes you gotta be the bigger person and just say you got it. Sometimes that don't even work. You can sit there and say you got it, and they still want to keep arguing.
Oh, nah, that's you just like, all right, I'm out. That's you just turn the Xbox on.
From personal experience, personal experience, I've been in those situations. I'll be like, you got it. She still keep going. I'll just be like, good night. I just end the argument there. No, I end the argument there. I wake up in the morning and hope the new day is a better day. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's not. But sometimes I feel like just cutting off the arguing, it eliminates extra stuff from being said that might not be meant. So I just be like, yo, I'm a chill. And they'll just be like, good night, you got it. And I just leave it.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you
what. No disrespect, ladies, when I say this. No disrespect, ladies. I know it's probably some ladies in the comments that's gonna hear this. Women, y'all do not let shit go for nothing. Like Rellz just said, he be like, yo, you got it. And I'm not speaking on his experience. Not at all. I'm just saying, speaking from a man's experience. A man can tell you, you got it, cool, whatever. That's thing you know right there. He's not trying to argue with you. He's good. You got it. You won. And if you keep going, you don't want to answer the phone. The next day, you got a whole Bible in your text message cursing you out. Trust me. And fellas, I'm trying to show y'all can get this. Between you not answering any phone calls during that argument, you don't got broke up. She done broke up with you like 3 times already.
Yo, but I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not only just that, because something could have happened a while ago, and you still hear about that same situation.
Yo, what? Yo, this is what I'm saying. Yo, no, because look, you was waiting for this. No, I wasn't. I really wasn't. But it makes sense though. Like,
yo jumped out his chair when I said,
because you said it, and it's like finally, it's good to hear a man's perspective, because when you try to explain this to a woman, it's like, yo, like I don't want to hear it, but it's like. This is what I say when I say that most men think the same. A lot of men for one, a lot of men don't like arguing. Not saying that we sometimes are not the cause of it, because a lot of times
I've caused arguments, and I think I think I do. I still, I'm almost 100% sure. I think I still do. It's to the point where and I'm the type of person where if I don't know something, I'm gonna ask a question. And a lot of times, you ask that question. The question can go left or it could go right. And I mean, that's in anybody's relationship, especially if you're not trying to be, deceitful about it. And us men, and I can speak for myself. Us men, we come off more aggressive than we're actually trying to be.
Yes.
We may be thinking that we're coming across to our spouses and talking, in a loving tone, and more like it comes in our heads. We're like, hey, I just want to know, and our tone is, what the fuck is you doing?
Yeah,
but bro, that's how we program. Sorry to say, that's how men is programmed.
And another thing too, text messaging,
whether you like it or not.
Yeah, and text messaging while you arguing does not help at all either. That is the worst, because trust me when I tell you, a lot of that stuff does not come out the right way at all.
Hold up. You talking about arguing over a text message?
Yeah, if you're arguing over a text message, half the time that does not come out the right way at all.
Oh, I thought you was referring to like you and the wife is sitting there right there. You know, y'all have an argument in face to face, and while y'all arguing, you texting.
No.
You might get punched in the face.
Yeah, I might. Look, I think that I honestly think that would be the ultimate sign of disrespect. I think that's the ultimate sign of disrespect. Yes, if you arguing with somebody and you get on your phone and you just start texting and not paying on that's almost like you're just dismissing everything that they're telling you at that moment.
I mean, they feelings don't matter.
Yep.
That's how it comes across.
Very true. Let me ask y'all something, fellas. Do you think a person playing a victim is a sign of an ego problem in a relationship?
Explain.
As far as like you said, arguing, and they get so defensive, and now they playing the victim part. As far as like like say you got a problem to argue, you know what the issue is, you bring it to them. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, you know the relationship ain't good. You know it ain't good, but you want to fix it. So you bring it to them, but they get so defensive, and they act like they start playing the victim, and they act like it's your fault. Is that a sign of an ego problem? Or is that a sign of just
you want my honest opinion? You want my honest opinion?
Yes. You go Rellz and I answer it after you.
I think that's a sign of something going on with them and not what's going on with you. If you're sitting there, think about it. If you're sitting there and you feel like there's something wrong in a relationship and you're sitting there trying to fix it and then they flip it on you, don't you think that's almost like I don't want to say a defense mechanism, but it just sounds like
it is though.
Yeah, it sounds like more so something wrong with them than more so something wrong with you if you're sitting there trying to fix it.
No, I look at it like this, right?
True.
And I respect you. I respect where you went with that, but let's look at it like this, right? You know, and I'm gonna put the same question on Blacko. You know, if you say it back and I'm gonna go through the initial words you said. You said, you know, you're trying to fix it, you know, but you know that there's something wrong with the issue. So there's not something wrong with the relationship, so you're trying to fix it. So if you're constantly saying, yo, I know something's wrong with the relationship, but I gotta fix it, you know, clearly your spouse has said the same thing, and maybe she's come to you and addressed the same thing, and you did the same thing in return. So now she's looking at you like, you know, damn, I tried to do the same thing and he wasn't trying to hear me. So now he wants me to try and hear him. So it's not necessarily it's just more like is he being serious? Like, is he real? Like,
you're right.
Are you trying to say like almost like, is he now want to fix it now when I've already put it out there before?
Yeah, like or is he dismissing how I originally came to him? You know, it's been times, and I'll be honest with you, it's been times when Erica has come to me and addressed certain situations, and I'll dismiss it, and I'll come back and I'll bring it to her, and she'll be like, "Now, motherfucker, like when I brought it to your attention before, it was like you wasn't trying to hear me. Now you want to do it." So you can't always blame it on the other person because they're not always playing the victim. Sometimes you got to take accountability in the actions that you set to cause that issue.
No, I asked that question because some fact, it's more so, you hear a lot of stories out there, like people playing victim to certain circumstances as far as relationship wise. Like, for instance, you might meet somebody, like, yo, son, why your relationship, and they might tell you a whole story, but there's always two sides to the story. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they're not going to tell you what they did. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, I could say me, I could be like, I'm the motherfucking most perfect person in the world. But then again, you might have other people that dispute that, like, no, he's this, he's that, he's this, he's that. And it's like, hell no, that wasn't me. Now it's my ego talking.
Right now, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you right now. If me and Erica ended right now, it would be 85% my fault.
Okay.
And it wouldn't be, she's not perfect. I'm not perfect, but I've been a dick. I've been an asshole. I fucked up, across the board, and she stayed. She stuck with me through it, and it's to the point where it's like, okay. And I've said this to her, when we had our last few issues, his last issue, it was like, yo, I can't no longer talk to you and tell you, yo, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Now I got to show you. I got to show and prove. So now it's not so much about me telling her I love her. Now I show her every day I love her. My actions speak louder than my words ever did. And it's funny, like I made a comment to it the other day, and and I said it's fucked up for me to say, but it's like, yo, it feels good that I can honestly say, yo, I'm not sneaking around, I'm not doing no dumb shit, I'm not wilding out like I used to, and it feels good. Like I honestly, and it's weird. I'll be 45 in June, and I have no stress on my back. I have a clean conscience. I feel good. I come home to an amazing family. I go to a great job. I go to the gym. I have my own business. I'm happy all around.
Let me ask you another question, fellas. I'm asking my co-hosts. I'm asking people in the comments. I want everybody to answer this. Is lying in a relationship an ego problem?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
You know what? Look. That's a good question. Look, that's a good question. But we at the halfway mark, so we're gonna pay some bills and we're gonna answer that question when we come back.
Looking to podcast shows and do not know where to start? The Evening Rush Network can help you with that. Call us at 929-441-2417 or email us at theeveningrushnetwork@gmail.com for dates and prices. We got you for all your podcast needs. The Evening Rush Network.
What's up, y'all? Your boy Shice, Mr. Talk of the Town, letting you know now the Evening Rush Network now has the app. So catch it on the Google Play and the App Store. And you can catch all your podcasts like The Evening Rush, Let's Talk Crazy, The Queens of NYC, Sex, Love, and Alcohol, Plug, TL Mac Fitness, I Am Nicole Clara, On Everything, and Getting to the Focus, and the barbershops and mics. That's right, all your favorite podcasts all in one place at the Evening Rush Network app. That's right. So catch all your favorite shows. What are you waiting for? Download it now.
And we are back to the Rellz Relaxation Hour with myself, Blacko and Mac. And Blacko, you want to ask that question again, and then we'll get to answering it?
Right. So once again, like I said, my co-host and the people that's watching it, comments, is lying in a relationship an ego problem?
Okay, so I'll
see it being an ego problem. I see it more so being a selfish problem.
Okay.
I see, if you lying to protect whatever you're doing, you fucking up a good thing.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's an ego. I mean,
because liars have, because liars, regardless of the situation, you think about it, any type of liar is definitely have an ego problem. Anybody like a
so?
liar, a liar definitely. For you to lie like that, your ego got to be way up for know that you won't get caught lying. That's the ego.
Okay, I see what you're saying in that sense. Now that you said it that way, it's almost like he got to feel so confident in his lie that he won't get caught in it.
Yes, so that's what I said. That's in a relationship.
I could see that now. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, so in a relationship, that's what I'm saying. When you come in a relationship now, they bring you a question, they ask you something that maybe they know is true. That maybe know it's true, like did this, did happen, this, that, there, and you strictly say no. So now you letting your lying, but at the same time, your ego in back of your mind is like, look, I ain't gonna get caught. I'm a lie to the death. What's she gonna do? What they gonna do?
John said most people lie to protect. What do you mean, John?
You protecting your relationship, protecting yourself. What are you protecting?
Yeah, that's the thing. Exactly. Like, what is a lie that would be to protect your relationship? Because at the end of the day, once it come out, you screw regardless. So I don't see that the lie will protect the relationship.
Well, I mean, you got some people that lie just on the strength of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You have some dudes, and you have some dudes that try to impress females off the rip. Not knowing them. Oh, I got this, I got that. And when it comes out, they don't really got what they saying they got. Their card been poked.
Mm. Dawn said they lie to protect other people's feelings. I mean, at the end of the day, we all grown. If you got to keep it real, you got to keep it real. It's up to that person to figure out how they're gonna feel after.
But not everybody got it in them. If you got a good one, I sit back. I've lied tons, and I always got caught. So now it's better to be honest, because I'm at a point in my life right now where I got too much to lose. and what I got to lose ain't worth me losing. Period.
And that's the basis of it all right there. It's like it's not worth your lies is not worth you losing what you protected for so long or what you built up for so long. And then once you lie, you lose all credibility in yourself.
Marty,
And
you're 100% right. You know, pathological lies
That is
lie.
true.
They lie just a lot, and it's not just relationship shit. They lie about everything. You know, they could be a CNA and tell you they a nurse.
Well, they was doing that at one point. They was definitely doing that. I forgot what year was that. Every chick was a nurse, but we not gonna go there. That's a whole nother day.
But technically, they're a nurse. They just don't give you the other letters.
yeah.
Certified nursing assistant, nurse.
That's like, listen, no, forget. That's not listen. That's like the Instagram models. But listen, we not gonna talk. We not on that today. We talk about Eagles relationship. We gonna talk about that.
See, Pedro St. Louis said, "Why lie? In my opinion, you only lie when you're scared of someone."
Ooh.
Mother 2 said, "Don't lie on things you don't have, nor you can't obtain." Most men lie about having cars and homes, knowing it's their girlfriend's or parents' items. Women do that also.
Yeah, but Pedro definitely said though, lie is definitely that's a double-edged sword. Some lies lie, like Marty said, pathological liars, and some lie definitely to protect scared of someone. At a certain age, you shouldn't be lying.
At a certain age, you shouldn't be scared of something either.
Like I don't know so much about being scared of someone.
Scared of losing what they have. But okay, so if you're scared of losing what you have, then you might as well just be honest from the jump.
Everybody that's watching, you know, I'm training, you know, I'm in prep, so I must eat after the gym. So
he's fat, lying. I bet you that sandwich got mayonnaise on it and stuff.
So what if it has mayonnaise? It's still nasty. Whatever.
Ain't no bread.
Oh, Curvin said women lie when they wear heels because they're not that tall.
Jesus Christ. Oh man. So what else y'all think is an ego in a relationship though? Oh man.
He's hilarious.
I like to say I love the comments, man.
A lot of women that like to you know, I can't say only women because men do it also, you know, but you have people that go to their friends and their family and shit on people that they're in a relationship with, and it causes, you know, dysfunction between the family or the friends.
I get that. And then when y'all get back together, the family and the friends still feel a way about you.
Yeah, and 9 times out of 10, like, you know, most people talk about the bad stuff. You know, if you do 2 bad things and 20 good things, they'll hear more about the bad things than the good things. And that goes for men and women.
I think, okay, so that makes a point too. So how do you look at someone when they can only tell you about the bad things in a relationship but don't tell you about the good things?
Sideways. Because the next question is, why are you still with them? If everything is so bad, why are you with them?
That's another question.
That's a very good question. That's an ego thing too.
Very much is. Who brings the worst egos to the relationship, men or women?
Equal.
I want to say, equal. You want me to tell you something? I'm not even gonna say that. I'm gonna say men on that one.
If a person cheat or whoop your ass, you got to tell your friends and family.
If a person cheat or whoop your ass, you got to tell your friends and family. No, you don't. Okay, so, no, I got this one. Let me
solve that. So if a person cheat, whooping your ass is something different. But if a person cheat, what if you cheated also? Do you tell your friends and family you also cheated too? So he cheated or she cheated?
Oh, but that's okay. So, but then I got another question for that too. If you cheat, if you get cheated on or you get your ass whipped and you tell your friends and family, but you stay with them, what does that make you look like?
I'm a killer right now. When it comes to a relationship, you know, it's certain things that should and shouldn't be discussed when it comes to that. Family, whatever. Honestly, like if your woman cheat on you or you cheat on your woman and y'all going through that personal problem, that's between you and your other, not you, your other, your friends, your family. Because at the end of the day, And we have the situation when people do this shit on social media. They'll break up, dog each other online. Then next to you know, they back together. And at the same time, when people do that, people take sides. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
you shouldn't have been with this chick. Oh, you shouldn't have been with that nigga, this and the third. And then meanwhile, who's back together? Like, we seen that. You know what I'm saying? We've seen that with a lot of people. So when it comes to your relationship and any problems in relationships should stay within you. Now, I'm not saying it's not, you can't vent to your peoples, but I'm not, because at the end of the day, we all gonna have friends we gonna vent to.
You
But
got to
it's
know who
certain
you
things
venting to.
that, and also it's certain things you gotta know what you gotta keep out to what to vent about. You know what I'm saying?
if you get,
So,
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I got daughters, you know, I got nieces, you know, I got sisters. If your man is whooping your ass, it's enough of us brothers that we gonna handle that.
No, I understand that, but then my thing is, what
That- no,
happens
that-
when
that-
what
that-
happens?
that's different.
No, but the thing is, what happens when you handle that and then she goes back? Because there are a lot of situations that do that.
I whoop my sister ass. I whoop my sister ass. Take the butt off and beat ass. I'm the big brother. I'm the oldest.
Okay, so now let me ask you a question. She get, you know, let's just say hypothetically, God forbid it never happens, but she gets her ass whipped by a man. She takes him back. He does it again. Do you still defend her?
Yeah.
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 You hit her, I hit you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, love has no boundaries. You know, if a person hits you and he hurt you and you take him back, you're not taking him back because you know you like the way his feet look. You know, clearly your feelings are sustained, and that's where you want to be. So a lot of times you're going to keep getting pulled back. You know, so it's up to that person.
Like,
it's up to that person to, you know, decide. Okay, am I going to continue to hurt this person, or am I going to switch up?
I mean, that's another thing about egos in a relationship too, in a sense where you cheat on someone and he or she constantly takes you.
Time out. Mother of two, you said that's a lie. You won't keep defending your sister. Clearly, you don't know me.
Facts. Listen, let me say something. Yeah, my sister called me right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'll do jail. I know jail is nothing, this and that. I'm not gonna say in front, but for my sisters, my nieces, even some of my homegirls, I done been in situations like that. I'm not gonna say my sisters, my homegirls, where they got their hands put on them and had to put hands on. They do. So yeah, that's not a lie.
Well, maybe that's how your men are. That's the people that you know, mother of two. You gotta understand how people you fuck with think and how I think, or how Blacko or how Rellz think. It might not be the same. Blacko and me and Blacko are 100% on the same page, and we are no kin to each other.
Because trust me, if I see a little, like, and I've been in a situation where I've seen little girls get their hands put on them when I'm walking the street, and I defend them, and I don't know them from a hole in the wall. I just don't like seeing women getting abused.
Yeah, my wife told me in a heartbeat, yo, mind your business. Sometimes you can't mind your business. You gotta let people know, you know, that they're safe, you know, and you can't let stuff like this, you know, you allowing a coward to get away with things.
Sadly, though, there have been situations where you've seen it on the news where a guy would go save a female getting beat by her man, and that particular guy would end up getting killed by the two people he went to go get in the middle of.
That would be a fact, yeah. But I mean,
that is 100% true.
That's 100% true. But you gotta look at it like this, you know. Did you die in vain, or did you die, you know, trying to protect somebody's honor?
True. But it's sad to say, like, how me and you, Mac, on the same page. I'm quite sure, you know, even though Rellz, like I said, I'm quite sure he's on the same page, because I know Rellz, you know, he's not gonna sit there and watch a chick get smacked up anyway. But we live in a society where, especially with these young girls, and I'm not gonna call them young dummies. I'm not gonna say, I don't want to be disrespectful, but these young girls, they go through that, especially with these young boys, because these young boys don't know no better. They know about the violence, putting hands on females. You know why? They put hands on females, and the same females are coming right back. Even if they tell their father, like, even they like, I tell my father, my brother, son, and third, they gonna handle you. You think these young boys scared? They might. First, they gonna say, go get him. Go get him. Go get him. And at the end of the day, with me, I'm the youngest of my siblings across the board. None of any situation they arguing with their boys, anything like, go get your little brother. Nah, I'm handling myself. But it's that end of the day, it's like,
none of my sisters ever gonna be like, yo, go get your brother. The last person they're gonna say is, go get your brother. because your brother is gonna pop up quick. My daughter,
Listen,
she called me and tell me a situation, and then my daughter's dad is gonna pop up, and if I don't pop up, it's brothers. I got my right hand mans. We all like I'm sure you guys seeing on social media. You know, I put out a little bit of a finder fee on somebody.
Mm-hmm.
You know, things happen.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Oh yeah, I heard about that, and that's crazy. I definitely remember that story, KD, and that was a fucked up story because she definitely went over there to help her friend, and her friend dude that was beating on her killed her, and made sure to help him discard the body, and is a fucked up situation. But here's the funny thing about it though,
Where that happened there?
In the Bronx.
It happened in the Bronx like 3 years
Nah, I see where he's going with that. Really though?
Listen, man, Bronx is a fucked up situation.
I mean, that's not
right
so
now.
funny, but yo. But see, again, you know, and the chick, the friend that helped dispose of the body, the love took so much precedence over her holding her friend down. You know, her friend came to help her, and she screwed over her friend because she was so in love. Now look at her; she probably doing life behind bars.
Yeah, I've been following that case. I haven't been following it recently, but she's trying to quote unquote, say she was scared, she defended herself, but there's no such thing about that. Your friend came to defend you, and look what you did.
Did he kill her, or did the girl kill her?
He killed her, but he made sure she put work in that. I go now, you go now.
So 9 times out of 10, the law probably would be she's an accessory after the fact.
Yes. Basically, if he stabbed her, if she got 10 stab wounds on her, he got 7, she got 3.
Nah, not really. Because if he killed her and then she came behind later and helped cut the body up, that's not the same charge. He's going to do life behind bars, and she might do 10 to 12. And depending on how the judge is feeling, she might get hit with a whole 15, 20.
Like, it's like another situation we just had in the Bronx. I just read about in the story. They found a murder-suicide. They've been dead for like a couple of weeks. And Shorty had a restraining order on dude. And guess what? She went back to him. And he killed both of them. Like, it's crazy, man. It's just
that's what I'm talking about. The female, she got less time. Because she probably caught the, he hit her in the head with a hammer.
Man, I remember that case. That shit was crazy. I remember that, man. Young girl, too. Had a child and all that. Left her child with her mom's go help her friend. Sad shit, man.
Rest in peace. That ass, rest in peace.
At some point, you got to be smarter than that. Like, but at the end of the day, too, a lot of women are afraid to walk away from these relationships for whatever reason. Like, it's almost like they feel like they can't find anybody else. A lot of these females are intimidated by these dudes because these dudes are telling them they can't be with no one else. So they stick around and stay.
That facade that that they're the toughest person on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
That's true. KD said earlier, a lot of people are scared to be single because the "why are you single" question hurts more than the physical abuse.
I mean,
I
can't even touch that because that's deep right there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of women, the question is, whether it be male or female, you get a certain age, you get a certain success in your life. Somebody asks you why you single, it starts looking at like you the issue.
Yeah, but that's the facade. A lot of people feel like there's this whole expectation that you have to be in a relationship by a certain age or be married by a certain age, have kids by a certain age, and it's not the case. Today's society is not the society of 20, 30 years ago.
It's the program, bro.
I know.
Yeah, that's the program. Remember, think about it. They had certain women at a certain age programmed that need, like you just say, they need to be married by a certain age, have a kid by a certain age. Men, we need to be married by a certain age, providing by a certain age, or like we spoke yesterday, out the crib by 18.
Mm-hmm. You know what though? But that's the black race.
Yes.
That believe that, because other races,
Now you can't say that because Indians do it too. Because remember, they marry they young.
No,
So you
but
can't
the
say
difference
it's the
between
black race.
Indians marry young, but a lot of them stay home. A lot of you think about it,
So they
most
give
most
age.
cultures,
I know somebody
most
personally that
most cultures, what they do is they build an empire, and they start making enough money where they can go buy houses. A lot of Indians do it, a lot of Russians do it, a lot of Haitians do it.
because I know a female that went through that, and she had to leave her
John,
country
you're right.
just to get out of that. Just to get out that situation. Like she had an arranged marriage by the time she was like 15. But what changed the situation was she became an exchange student out here, but had to go back home because she had the arranged marriage. But her father was one of them new school, Egyptians, and he's like, "Yo, listen, you got a choice. You stay here, you get married to who we assigned you to, or you go back to America and do what you need to do." And she came back here. Matter of fact, the whole family came back here. So, but the culture is crazy. So we can't just say it's the black. You can't say it's the black is the black because even some Jews, look at the Jews. By a certain time, they need to be married with a kid. I know a Jewish female right now who's literally going through it. If I was text her right now, but hey, how you doing? First thing she say, nah, chilling, still out here looking for a man. Because they're programmed into that. You know what I'm saying? So we can't just say it's the blacks or the Latinos, and you can't just say that.
It's more prolific with the blacks and blacks and Latinos. That better?
Be around some Jews, I bet. Be around some Jews, I bet you be like, oh shit, you are Blacko was correct. Trust me, they're worse than us. I put money. They're worse than us. Trust me. So Jews are definitely programmed by a certain age. You need to be this, that, and the third. And if you're not that, you're considered. And they don't supposedly say, I forgot they were, but you consider fuck up. And it sucks. It's programmed, bro. It's the Matrix.
But let's just be thankful we don't live in a society where we have to have arranged marriages. I don't know.
I'll tell you this though, and it might I could throw you something to that, Rellz. Depending on the neighborhoods you from, it's borderline arranged. Say like one of the people that's in a certain neighborhood that don't leave and that deal with the same people growing up, that's like something like arranged. Because some fact you arranged that you wasn't going nowhere. This person wasn't going nowhere. This is who you became with. Listen, I lived in Rockaway for a couple of years in my life early. I come to find out a lot of people I know in Rockaway, because they never left, have kids together.
Yeah, everybody in Rockaway got kids together. Everybody in Rockaway got kids.
Rockaway is crazy. You would never think these people got together.
So Rockaway's like Alabama.
Yo, listen.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Not brothers, not brothers and sisters, but everybody in Rockaway. Everybody in Rockaway know each other.
Yeah, I'm from Edgemere. So everybody in Edgemere literally, unless they left, has a kid together. I'm in my age group.
What you doing from Edgemere?
Listen, man, I'm everywhere, B.
Listen,
everywhere.
We'll talk off here.
But yeah, man, like it's crazy. Like it's in that 10 to 15 block radius, everybody has a child together. And even I said this to a friend of mine's recently. We spoke about it. If I'd have stayed in the Rockaway, I'm quite sure it's been 2 females I know for a fact I would have had kids with already or still be with. Because it was already programmed, like, we younger, y'all gonna be together, y'all this and the third. And it was looking like that.
I don't know about all that.
I'm back in the Bronx, baby.
So you escaped. So you broke the glitch. You put a glitch in the matrix.
So in a nutshell, you went from Rikers Island to Attica.
Well, yeah.
And then he agreed with you.
Listen, man, Rockaway told me a lot for a kid, man. It got me ready for the Rockaway as a kid got me ready for adult street life. And if you don't know Rockaway around the era, it's facts.
Rockaway was a different. Yeah, I can tell you how real Rockaway was. Motherfuckers were selling drugs outside of the Mott Avenue train station.
Yeah, somebody just got killed outside Mott Avenue train like a month ago. 1:00 in the afternoon. How?
Easy.
Listen, you just be happy. You just
and
be happy.
the police station right up the block.
And a lot of
You just be
people
happy
don't
you made it out
understand
those
is
situations.
Rockaway only got 2 precincts, Mott
Yep.
Avenue and the Hundreds. Anything in between is housing police. So you can get shot, stabbed in your body. Like I told you before, when I was playing ball outside, some bodies on the ground for 45 minutes.
I can answer that question the same
I
way.
can answer that question too. I was waiting for
the same way females say the same thing.
Oh,
take them. What? My boys say certain females.
now listen here. I'm gonna be honest with you. As a man, you should never lie on your dick. Never, ever.
Yeah, I remember when I was with a club. I was with my old club, and my president and former PRO came to me, and he was like, "Yo, there was a chick from I think North Carolina, South Carolina, and at the time I had my white Navigator. Everybody named Mother knew my white Navigator because it said Mr. Grind on the front, and I was messing with Twin, this and that. Yeah, I didn't even know this chick. He drove down here, to come spend time with me. Yo, I'm like, y'all don't even know this girl. Like, why you getting prospect money?
Oh man, I'm laughing the circuit, boy.
Yo, but the question is,
shout out to the
everybody always want to put it on the men. Like men aren't the only ones that do it. You know when you ask the question asks yourself, yo, do females do the same thing?
Yo,
and it's crazy. It's always.
John, you stupid. You stupid.
No. You asked, why do men do it? That was your question. You didn't say why do people do it. You said why do men do it?
Look. I can tell you from experience, not me, but I've seen it firsthand. I've literally seen a dude be interested in a female, and a dude next to him be like, "Yo, I smashed that already," and didn't smash shorty.
Ooh,
I've been around females that like, "Yo, you can't mess with dude," because I used to mess with him, and dude be like, and after the chick over like, "Well, you creep off the other chick, get in and get her 2 cents in and try to holler at dude." Yo, I hate to say
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm laughing. Because the experience is crazy. Like,
it's it's like, yo, we all do it. When I say we all do it, I mean, yo, men do the same thing women do the same thing men do. But it always comes across like the biggest question that we constantly hear is, all men ain't shit. And like Indeed. I said, I posted in the comment, and I posted in my comments one day when somebody said all men ain't shit, and I replied. And I swear to God, I replied, when did you try all the men?
Speaking of Facebook, please.
I mean, but in return is you don't hear dudes saying you're all females.
They don't like
that. Because once you say all females ain't shit, then it becomes a problem. But it's okay for you to say all men ain't shit.
The problem is the society has programmed it to where the men are always looked at as the bad guy when it's more oftentimes the women, to be totally honest with you. I think the roles, and I hate to say it like this, but I think the roles have kind of no. I think the roles, in a sense, have kind of reversed in a sense where I think it seems to be nowadays that the men are more faithful than the women are. The women are the ones out here trying to lead the roles of what men used to do, while men are just trying to settle down and chill. Now, I'm not saying all men, but the majority of the men that I'm around, no, we're not doing that. But the majority of all the men that I know have no, we're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. But the fact of the matter is,
you see that, right?
The majority,
right, man? You see this, right?
We're not bullshitting because we're not bullshitting on my show. So I'm telling you right now,
you're bullshitting yourself.
Listen, I'm speaking for a lot.
Exactly.
Fuck it, I speak for myself. So what? But the point of the matter is,
so you cheating?
No, what I'm saying is that look, I'm not gonna say I've never done it, but the point I'm trying to get to is that us as men, as older as we've gotten, you start to see at least the men that I'm around now are more of the, yo, I done my dirt in the past. I'm settling down now. I just want to deal with one female. I don't want to deal with all the extra stuff. But then yet you find the women who are more of a, I want to deal with more than one man, blah, 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 blah.
See the mas? See the mas? See the mas?
Yeah, she knows. Look, she knows. Look, she knows. She understands. She knows where I'm coming from.
Yo,
but
sis, I got this knife, right? And when you poke, it breaks
Shit's
off.
crazy.
If you ever need it,
she don't need the knife. She don't need the knife, man. She don't need. She got her own. She Puerto Rican. She don't need the knife. See.
Tone has been set.
Whatever, man. But I think the funniest thing to me that I always feel is like when a female gets caught cheating, the female sits here and says,
Mother Susa, what's the number?
It's a number to the podcast. It's 929-441-2417. But I've heard females sit here and say, oh, well, I'm only cheating because you men have done it. So my thing is like, and this is the funniest thing I always used to say, if females are supposed to be the smartest species, why do they feel they have to follow the footsteps of what men used to do?
That's a question. That's a good question.
If a woman, like, I can't respect a woman's answer for cheating is because you men do it or you men used to do it. Like, come on, that's not even a good enough answer.
That's usually the only answer.
But you have, but also, son, bro, and as far as like from women's perspective, a lot of women by men been broken down.
Mother of two calling in.
Oh, there's a call. There's a call.
That's mother of two, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Why I gotta be the mother of two?
That's what your name is.
I'm sorry, what?
No, it's not.
What we do?
No, it's not. What are you talking about? No, it's not. I'm just going. Yes, it's lovable.
I know who it is.
Hi, fellas. Shut up. Hi,
Hello, how you
fellas.
doing?
Thank you for being our first official call to the show.
Oh, congrats.
No.
Okay.
Let me hear your point. Let's get to your point so I could go over your point.
Absolutely. Okay. So if I'm not mistaken, Rellz said that, women nowadays are taking the place of how men used to be. My thing is, as I'm seasoned. I'm 44, so I'm not no little girl, and I've been out there. My thing is, from being hurt, we tend to get depressed. We tend to cry. So we have to get out of that. Go get some degrees. Go get an education. Look better, dress better. And when the next man come along, we have to remain strong instead of going into the depression state and the insecurities of like, well, was my pussy good enough? Was my cooking good enough? Was my cleaning good enough? Did I dress well for him? Is my body muscles good enough? Like, what is it? That's the things that we go through. So with that being said, we do that. However, we are much stronger than how we used to be. So now men, the roles has turned. It has completely turned. So now we like, well, listen, I don't want to be in a relationship. I want to date. Now, as a woman, if we choose to be intimate with 2 or 3 guys, that's what we choose to do, right? Just putting it out there. That's what we choose to do. But then now the men, all of a sudden, I'm sorry, sometimes, not saying all men, sometimes they're sick, their dick don't work. Now all of a sudden they in their 50s, they want to settle down. Like, dude, I don't want to settle down. I just want to date you. So that's why the roles has reversed. That's it.
Okay, so now I'm gonna go back at you. So now,
of course
do you think men have not been hurt, been cheating on? They haven't felt like, okay, maybe let me finish. I'll let you talk. Allow me to talk.
I'm answering. In their teenage
maybe they felt like, oh, maybe they thing wasn't good enough. Maybe they muscle tone wasn't good enough. Maybe they had to go back and get some degrees to get their money up so they can be up to par with the next female. And in case another female comes in, they have their guard up. So like I said earlier, everything you could say as a female, can you say the same thing about a man? Is it possible that a man went through the same thing? And that's the problem. That's the problem with most women. And I'm not saying all women. I'm saying most women. You hear most of the time where it comes across, well, men this, men that, men this. At what point in time will they sit back and say, well, we all do it? And that's the part that I'm getting fed up with because I'm always hearing men this, men that. And believe it or not, let me finish. I allowed you to talk. When you started your initial comment, your initial comment was about men. And my comment back to you was the retort was women do it also. So at what point in time as a woman, and like you said, as a seasoned woman, do you sit back and say, we all do it? We all go through this. We all go through it.
Okay, so now this is what I'm saying. I just explained to you the scenario. So when I ask a question asking a question to y'all seasoned men, because I'm pretty sure y'all seasoned, and y'all have had your fair share of women in relationships and
31.
intimate partners. You still seasoned, sweetheart. You're young, but you still seasoned. But you know what I'm saying? I want to hear your point of view. I don't want to hear what women do it too.
But that's my point of view.
If you ask me a question, I'm not going to say, well, y'all men do it too. No, I genuinely
that's what you do. But again, you're still not following my retort. My retort is, if you're going to put it out there and say men do it, why can't you say why do men and women do this? That's my question to you.
I'm not saying that. No, sweetheart. I'm not at all. I've never stated that women don't do it. I'm telling you as a woman why we do it in the first place. Because initially, as a woman, we are loyal, we are loving, we want to care and nurture our men. But then they want, a lot of men. Not the majority, and not even some. The majority of men, they don't want to eat chicken every day. They don't want to sip on Kool-Aid, cherry Kool-Aid every day. They want options. So now, again, it's all right, as a woman, we got to get our shit together. Our emotions, psychological, our psyche, everything. We got to get everything together. That's why we're in corporate offices. We are executives because we got to get our shit together. Thinking that is going to help us get our shit together with men, but it just doesn't.
So speaking as a man, right? Let me tell you something, right? You could do all of that and still get cheated on.
Fact.
Look. I don't know if you're in a relationship or not. If you're not, I'm gonna just say that the right man hasn't found you yet. But don't overkill yourself trying to figure out what you're doing wrong. Because at the end of the day, if a man wants to be with you, he's going to be with you for whoever you are.
Exactly.
I'm going to say this because you keep saying most men. That entails that you know most men. You only know the men in your circle or in your people's circle. So that would become some men.
Well, I don't know the earth. I don't know the men of the earth.
Your comment. I'm looking at your comment from 936. It says, "Don't lie on things you don't have nor you can obtain." Most men lie about having cars and homes, knowing it's their girlfriends or their parents' items.
Yeah, most men do.
The key statement was most men. So my retort to you again is, you know most men?
Okay, do I know some men? Does it matter? Some, most, all?
You the men. I get
that, but that's irrelevant to me. For me, what the topic is about men and women. The sum and the most, and all is irrelevant to me. It is what it is.
Yeah. No, I mean, I get what she's saying. I get what you're saying too.
Okay. But with me, my thing. Mm-hmm.
No, go ahead.
With me, again, I don't think all women probably think the way I think, but I feel like that's what a lot of us go through. That's why, we go back to school. We go to the gym to get our bodies together. We dress better. Some dress more provocative than
Can I ask you a question?
But I think that's what it is. Absolutely.
I got a question. Have you been in experiences where you have seen, let's just say, for example, men you may have been interested in deal with women or maybe cheated on you with women that you felt like may have looked better, so you felt like there's things about you had to improve on?
No.
So
you know what?
That's crazy. So how can you speak on that if you say no?
Yeah, because you just named you just
said
said
everything, and then you said no, not you. So you're speaking on things you know nothing of.
Wait. You said, have I experienced a man that cheated on me and I felt like I need to better myself?
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Like, do you
No,
feel like?
yes. I'm sorry. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. All right.
That's
So
why I
now it
got
makes
two.
sense.
But
Okay.
that was in my wait. Hold on. My thing is, I'm not saying that's what I do now. This is something that for me personally, very personally, this is something that I did early on in my 20s.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Because I felt like I wasn't pretty enough. I felt like I wasn't educated enough. So then my dumb ass was like, all right, I need to go back to school. I went to school, got 2 law degrees. Then I started going to the gym. I know I'm pretty, but then I was a big ass girl. So I was like, well, I need to figure something out. But then as I gotten older and dealing with other men, reading self-help books, it is what it is, and a lot of therapy, and talking to men, whether I am intimate with them in a relationship or they're just strictly platonic male friends, I've learned at the end of the day, it's not us women, it's the men. And then as women, we need to really sit down and have a communication with the men, like, yo, what's up? We going to, not like this, what I'm about to say, like, yo, are we going to date or are we going to fuck? Because for me at 44, if you met me on if I was in my 20s, I don't feel there's nothing wrong with 2 people having fun, just being intimate, because you don't have to be in a relationship to be intimate. So I don't have a problem with that. But if men and women was to have that good communication, which I understand most people won't do that, it would be better, because then it wouldn't be the baby mamas and baby daddies. Simple. But that's it. I know I'm talking a lot, but I'm listening.
No. Look. You first call.
All
I appreciate
means,
it.
let it fly.
Nah, yeah. Look, at the end of the
Let it
day,
fly.
a man is going to be with the female he wants to be with because he wants to be with her, whether she is a big girl, a skinny girl. Yeah, like at the end of the day, like I understand where you were coming from and what you were saying in the sense where you said you felt like there was things about you had to improve, but then you get older and you realize it's not you. I can understand what you're saying about the men. I get what you're saying, but like he said too, it also goes with the women as well. There are men who feel like, okay, for example, there are men who are not really muscular, but see how women can drool over these men who have these 6-packs and all these muscles, and then some men start to question, well, you know what I'm saying? Mac, you understand what I'm saying?
You 100%. That's my point. You know what? But it always, when it comes to females, and I can't say all females. You have females that constantly, belittle men, and at no point in time do the females sit back and be like, yo, you know what? It's us females too. Shout out to Mighty, because Mighty also said Marie. I know I'll be messing her name up.
No, you said it right the first time.
Mighty?
Yeah.
Shout out to Mighty, because Mighty, she kept it 100. She said it's both men and women, but what we keep getting is most men. Men do this, men do this, men do this, men do this. And even Christine is saying the same thing. Men are losing out left and right, especially black men are left and right. So a lot of black men is feeling like we're lesser than the opposite. A lot of our black queens are going to the white men. They're going to different people, they're different races. A lot of our queens are going to other women.
Let's be clear. A lot of men are very insecure, but
true.
Our egos won't allow us to put it out there the way women would put it out there.
That would be fact. It goes both ways. It doesn't matter about money. That you could be the president of the United States as a female or as a male, and you still gonna get cheated on. You could be a multi-billionaire. Look at Oprah. Oprah and Stedman, they still ain't married.
Yeah, because Oprah don't want to be married.
Do you know that?
Yeah, Oprah said she didn't want to get married.
Nah, Oprah's been said that. Mm-hmm.
She said she won't marry no kids.
I hate to bring it up, but perfect example, Will and Jada situation. Everybody always had their mind, and everybody in the world seemed to have thought this was the perfect couple, because at one point everything they ever did was quiet. Nobody really heard about it. Now it's like every week you're hearing something new now. So it's almost like at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Like you can think that these couples are the most secure people, and when nobody knows what goes on in their home, unless they put it out there.
That's supposed to be anyway. My thing is, I feel like it's nobody. I don't care if it's your kids, your mama, your best friend. I feel like inside of a home, nothing should be said. Now, if you really feel danger, and there's some real shit going on. Your kids getting raped by daddy, the uncle, your ass getting fucked up every day, bloody eyes. Yes, I feel like you should call 911. You should speak to a friend. However,
where did we just go with that?
She went back to what we talked about earlier.
Yeah, but you better make sure that this is something that you want, because you can't go in and out of a relationship thinking that's cool, and then people want to play Captain Save-A-Hoe, because it gets really dangerous, very, very dangerous, and people be infatuated with each other. That's why they can't let go.
Let me put it out there. And again, when you start hearing about child abuse, men doing this, men doing that, and I'm gonna go back to the men because I'm gonna defend us men.
Yeah.
You had a young lady that ran away from home from Jersey.
Yeah.
Right? And her mother is now under arrest, for beating her child.
Mm-hmm.
But yet and still, you'll still hear more prevalent when it comes to men beating on kids. Yet and still, it's happening equally both ways. There are women out there. There are women out here raping kids.
Yeah.
But that's like the elephant in the room where you hardly talk about it. You'll hear more about men being. You'll hear more about men being. Let me finish. You'll hear more about men being pedophiles than you hear about women being pedophiles. But you have equally amount of women in prison now for being a pedophile. It's again, and it goes back to what I'm saying to you earlier. And I will continue to say, anything you can say that a man does, a woman does as well.
And what you fail to realize, I'm not debating you on that.
You have been.
And okay. So moving forward, I am not debating you on that. And with women and men, when women are sexually assaulting men or abusing men don't. There's a very low percentile that men will sit there and call the police and report it. So that's why, it's not really out there. There it is.
That's an ego thing,
you know
too.
What I'm saying?
That's an ego thing, too.
Yes, it is.
Men don't want to go call the cops and say, "Oh, I got beat up by a female," for fear of their peers looking at them like you couldn't but then it's like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Exactly. And like, you a man, come on, nah, fuck that. Women hit hard.
It's like these kids with the
She grabbed my dick.
It's like the
grab my dick, it hurt. Like, stop playing. Like, I get it, but yeah, I mean, it is what it is. We live in a very evil society, and we gotta make the best of it as much as we can, and protect our kids, protect ourselves, and call it a day. And you have to think twice. I don't know which one of y'all says that, y'all be in the street and y'all may not know a young lady and she's getting her ass whipped by her man. You got to be careful, because while he has a gun on you, she's going to be sucking his dick hours later. You understand? After getting her ass whipped. Yeah, so you have to be you have to be careful. And that goes with family members as well. Like, yeah, I can't talk too much. My brother watches the show nowadays, but like, you got to be careful, because a lot of women they'll forgive their significant other from whooping their ass a dozen one time, and while the family, the friends is coming over to the house, they fighting with the guy, they still take them back. And you can't sit there and tell me that you're going to be okay with it and y'all going to go to family functions and you're not going to feel no type of way. You're going to feel some type of way. And you're going to eventually say, well, I'm not coming to the house no more to save your ass because you keep fucking this nigga. You keep allowing this nigga in the house while I'm getting fucked up or he's getting fucked up.
That's like that girl that helped her boyfriend killed her moms in Chicago. The moms ain't want. I think the boyfriend, used to verbally abuse the daughter, and the moms got involved, and she took the boyfriend's side, and they wound up killing the moms. It's crazy.
No,
it's crazy shit.
I hate to say this.
Yeah. They wound up putting them on. They put them on the whole case, and it's crazy.
Yeah, but then that's another type of egos too. Like, what does it say for the ego of a man if he could beat a woman's ass, all her friends come to her defense, and she still stay with him? His ego is through the roof. Now, at the same time, he no longer has any respect for her or any of her people
at all. Mm-hmm. And I
I
understand you
can see
can't check your love off quickly, but my thing is like something has to give, especially if you have kids. I'm not trying to be nasty, but the only way I'm getting hit by a man is we're intimate and he smacks me on my ass or something, or choking me, or I'm choking his ass. Other than that, it should. But you know what? I'm contradicting myself. I get it that for me, I feel like all couples fight, but at least the woman and the woman is hitting that nigga back. Because I have had plenty of relationships that I got choked up for nothing, and it's like then the dudes always thought that. Well, the dudes always thought that I was going to hit back. First of all, I don't tolerate a man hitting me. Two, I'm hitting back. I love you, but I'm fucking you up. No, I'm fucking you up. No, it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't. But it all depends. I got smacked. I twirled around and hit my bed, and then I was shocked. I was very shocked. And I remember. Matter of fact, I remember I was at the lab, and we was doing something for some motorcycle club. But anyway, and that nigga sniffed my panties, looked at my panties, talking about I was fucking somebody, smacked the shit out of me. I was shocked, and I just got up and just started wailing. Now, all my life, I used to fight men, so I don't fight like a girl. I'm a girl, and I don't look like a man, but, I fight like a dude. So, yeah. But then I'm stuck in his dick. So I'm sorry. And I'm like, all right, fine, cool, all right, whatever. But he never hit me again. Like, we never went through that again. But it didn't happen. It didn't happen at all.
I have a question, right? You just said this man smacked you. And you fought him back. And I have a legit question. Was that the first time he hit you?
Yeah.
All right. That was the first time. Did you go in that night and y'all stay together?
Wait, say that again because you broke off.
I said, did y'all stay together at the end when y'all fight that shit?
We breaking up.
No. She said your voice is breaking
up. I don't know why I'm breaking. I don't know what's going on.
Nah, you sound right. Whatever you just did.
I said after he smacked you. All right. Well, I'm sorry. Y'all was fighting, right? Was that the first time you?
You breaking up again, but I heard that part. Yeah.
No, she said that was the first time. She said that was the first time he hit her.
Did y'all stay together after that?
Yeah.
You hear me? Yes.
Yeah. She said yeah.
Why?
Because at that time, well, again, you always learn from your past tense, but what I can see now is that my dumb ass loves him, and he smacked me. Like, all right, you smacked me. We fought, and that was it. Like, that was it. I wasn't supposed to be with him because you know why? Because his girl, sure know this story. His girl wound up calling me for bail money.
Oh.
Yo.
Yeah, I have stories.
So you was already in a situation.
Yeah,
anyway.
It was already crazy. It was already a crazy thing. Towards the end. But yeah, I technically, a man hit me. I did accept it because I never left him. But that's how it went. That's how it is. But ask me if I would accept that now. No.
I will hope not.
Yeah, like if my
snitching?
What was that?
Damn. I don't know who's telling.
Oh, I don't know.
Somebody called the cops. The story got too real.
Okay, I heard the chirp. I heard that. If my man was to even give me a bad look, I'll be like, yo, what the fuck you looking at? Like, that's it. I don't want.
Oh no! See, now you just causing problems.
Yeah, because your relationship got violent real quick.
Now you just causing problems.
Nah, this relationship got.
No, like, what do you look like? Not in a like serious note, but it's like, what are you looking at me for? What happened? You understand? Or if we're in an argument, all right, fine, we're in an argument, but don't look at me like you about to raise your hand. That's what I'm about to say. Like,
so let me ask you a question: Are you still with that person?
No, he's dead anyway. But no.
Oh, okay.
Oh God. Oh man, she just told us to murder.
I ain't murder him.
Nah, yeah, I'm not a witness to nothing. I heard nothing.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
Nah.
But y'all doing a good thing. I like this topic. I should always have great topics. I mean, I normally do, but this is dope.
Nah, we appreciate you for calling, though.
It was
facts.
Great
appreciate you and your story.
I'll be listening. Have a good night, guys.
All right, you too.
We'll be calling Lifetime for you. We got you. We got to get you a TV deal.
Nah, we didn't. I got 911 on speed dial.
Yeah, facts. I'm
all right. So
look,
so before we leave, I'm gonna read off some of these comments real quick. So MJ Bell said, "There's more good people than evil people in the world. Your environment and the people you around will allow you to be in dysfunctional relationships."
That's a good question. That's a good statement, actually. The question. That's a good statement.
Yeah, she had another one too.
That is true. If a person.
No, go ahead.
My bad.
No,
if
no,
a
go ahead,
person knows, you know, you in a toxic relationship, whether you the receiver, and they're allowing it, they're not your friends. They're not your friends. Because one of you, you're supposed to say, what the fuck are you doing? You're bugging. You wilding. Talk some sense into you. Or you become the receiver of your own doing. Now you're a receiver, and once again, it's like, what are you doing? Why are you still here? You know what I'm saying? That's why I was saying earlier about certain things could be talked about in a relationship of all venting. Like that right there is like, it's gonna come to your right and see you wrong. If people can tell you you right or you wrong, then that's it. They ain't your friends.
Yeah, exactly. What else did she put? She also put, ego is about self-preservation. If you are about that, then you don't need to be in a relationship, marriage, because that's about being selfless, and ego will destroy it. Another great comment.
See, I love when we have universal comments up here where people are, actually spitting straight facts.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, KD earlier says sometimes it's not about being in love with each other. Both can be scared to publicly take a loss and be asked what happened in the breakup. And I think that's a big thing too that a lot of people don't talk about too. With egos, a lot of people don't want to break up because they don't want to be asked about why you broke up, or who broke up with who, or what happened.
I go through that. Nobody wants to go that. Nobody,
Yep.
Man, female, whatever. Especially if you put your all into something. Like anybody that put their all into something, and it's on Front Street, whatever is on Front Street, and y'all break up, nobody wants to go through the question because you're already grieving that it's over. You know what I'm saying? You're already grieving that
men and women
that's
grieve.
over. You got to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Let me rephrase that. Real men and women grieve. I say because real men show their emotions. Women in general grieve. But they grieve differently. They grieve and the tears, they grieve in anger, they grieve in not caring. Like they have different levels of grieving. Men, we just have one.
Let's put it this way, men, yeah, but we won't show it. If we won't show it to the world. We may vent to our close people, be like, yo, yeah, we hurt behind it. But to put it out there in the world and pretend like most men, you can tell that men are hurt and they try to put a front on.
First of all, we got boys. We all seen, I can say each other, we all seen our bros and shit hurt at a certain point, and it's not a good situation. Men deal with it very differently. Men deal with acting out, regardless of what age you are. You're gonna act out. Some deal with drinking. Some deal with just depression. Like The way us men deal with broken emotions is horrible. It's
I agree.
horrible. That's
I
why it's
agree.
crazy. That's why it's so crazy. Like you deal a lot of men do a lot of suicide because or for
Mm-hmm.
breakups, or not even just suicide. They deal with
It's
murder
stupid.
suicide because they feel if they hurt, they can't do it, and or they do the murder suicide. It's crazy. It's a lot of murder suicide that been happening in the last 2 3 years that's coming public because
Yo, it is
men
crazy.
can't deal with the fact of leaving
You,
them.
you are absolutely right. You are absolutely right, and that's crazy. Like at the end of the day, I feel like, look, when you break up, yeah, it'll hurt. You'll go through the grieving process, but to sit here as a man or even a woman, because women do this shit too. Women break up. Men break up with women, and women to go slash your tires, break your windows, like destroy your property. Like, but it's
Men do that,
yeah.
yo. Men do that too.
Men do that
No,
Men
no,
do
no,
too.
that
no, no,
shit
no,
too.
no,
Don't,
no, no,
don't
no,
get
But
no,
it
no,
twisted.
no, no,
I say
no.
this one thing though. Men can't tolerate what we could do to women. That's one thing I can
I
honestly say.
agree, 100%, 100%.
We will break down
Yo, it's
something
crazy. Like
awful.
men do that too. Men, listen, and I can speak off experience, like off the whole thing of going through a hearted thing. My first time I ever went through a whole broken heart, first time explaining shit to anybody. The first time I ever went through a whole broken heart situation, I had to leave because my mom's not right. But the situation was much deeper. And I was like, what, 17, 18. And for me to get myself better, I had to go. Had to move to Virginia. I moved with my sister. Even though I went down to help her, I had to help myself because some fact, even though the person I was with and we broke up, we lived too close to each other. We would see each other all the time. And her situation is she had an ego problem. She didn't want to show it. My thing was I'm showing it because some fact this is somebody I was with, whatever the case may be. So I left the state, and got my shit right. When I came back, my skyrocketed. Because why? I found myself. Once I found myself, I start banging women, going about my day. It is what it is. I'm not saying I ain't have relationships, but my ego was crazy where I thought, listen, I need you. What you gonna act up, the next person gonna do. And that's how it was until I got older.
Mm. Yeah, this was this was a subject that went one way and went somewhere totally different, but
It went.
But
nah,
then
it
it
did,
came back.
but it did, but then it came back at the end, so it was cool. It was a little bit of everything on this show. We definitely went over the time we were supposed to go. So
That's why the police came.
yeah, so with that
That's why
being said,
the police came.
yeah. So with that being said, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. Everybody's comments tonight was very, very interesting, very eventful, and I appreciate everybody who tuned in. Oh, real quick, let me just throw out the sponsors for the show. Sayings by Butter. If you look at Mac's shirt, she did that shirt. So if you need any shirts, get it done. And 2920 clothing. So, see, you about to put the hat
That was
on
that
too.
blend. See.
So you
2920
sponsor
with
it
some
then.
damn pride.
You
Hold
say
on
it.
to
You say it, and put a smile on your face when you
man,
say it
thank
too.
you everybody. Shout out to our sponsors. Mac, he just introduced Mac, but shout out to 2920. Please follow them on Instagram at 2920 clothing. You're gonna see something you like. Holla at Rellz, holla at me. You might even get a discount of nothing, still holla at us. But
Oh, okay. I was about to say you didn't even
and
consult with
definitely
me first.
holla at hey, listen, I'm selling, baby, selling.
I hear you.
50 boys, man, we in this.
Man, look, man, listen.
50 boys,
Now,
man.
now,
I got
I
these.
thought y'all was 12th Street.
Huh?
I thought y'all was 12th Street.
Nah, we ain't 12, we 50 boys, man.
They say 50 boys
boys,
is from
that's
East
it.
New
See,
York.
Nah, I see.
That's why I got the glasses on, man. 50 boys, man.
Yeah,
That's
this
it.
guy, Professor Blacko. I hear that.
But nah, definitely shout out to all our sponsors, man. Everybody that tuned in with us, we appreciate y'all.
Definitely. And on that note, we out. Have a good night, y'all.
Have a good night, y'all.